Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Ro. Before watching this video, please make sure that you have seen the previous one, which shows how we started this embellishment base. And yeah, watch that one first and then come back here to see how we are going to put this together. So if you have seen the other video already, welcome back. And in this video, we are now going to be putting all the pieces that we have made. So go grab all those stuff. Please make sure that you have your scraps in case you need some more. So I am going to be showing you the other embellishment that I've already made. I already posted this video, and you can see here that it is a chunky embellishment, and I love to make my projects layered and chunky as possible. And all those bases were made from scrap papers, so I'm pretty sure that it's not just me who has a lot of scraps lying around that they want to keep, and unless they use the whole thing, like it's a crafter thing. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, go grab all those scraps if you have already sewn them, but if you don't sew, that's still fine, it still works. So we will start off with the biggest rectangle base. So this is it. This is the biggest piece in our scrap embellishment, like stash thing. So we start off with that, and then please make sure that you also have your fan folds. The fan fold layer has to be smaller than the base, the rectangle base that we showed earlier. Also, while you're making this, please make sure that it is according to the size. Like what I'm saying, it would really depend, the size that you're cutting your scraps will really depend on how big or small like your entire project is going to be. Like for me, I usually make like let's say a memory decks, and for memory decks, the rectangle base that we started off earlier, that is a perfect size to cover like a big part of the memory decks, which is why I always start with that size. But if, like, let's say you're making like a bag topper, like a small bag topper, so what you need to do is just make the sizes smaller, like the scraps smaller when you start cutting them. So here I'm just showing all the 4 different bases that we made from the previous video. And yeah, we are now ready to start putting everything together. But first, let me show you another example. So here, let's say you want to embellish this pocket, this envelope here. So you would have to size your scraps, like your embellishment, accordingly. So which is why you have to think beforehand what your bigger project, like size wise, is going to be, so you know how big or small you are cutting your scraps. So now let's head back to our project. So we are going to start off with our rectangle base. So this is again the biggest size, so that means that's going to be the bottom part. I am also going to be making, I believe, like around 7 embellishments. And then you will also need foam tapes. I am going to be explaining why I am still using foam tape, although we are already like at 4 layers. Also, if you are not doing, I'm pretty sure you are already doing this, but if you are cutting foam tape, please make sure you have a separate pair of scissors for that, because the foam tapes can get like really sticky, and you want to make sure that if you are fussy cutting, then if you are using like the same scissors, so it's not going to get like sticky. So make sure you have a separate scissor for your foam tape. So the first thing I am going to be adding to the base is going to be the fan fold. So the fan fold piece is just slightly smaller than our rectangle piece, and for that I am just going to use the glue gun to adhere this layer right here. Once you are done adding this fan fold piece, you can see that it is already getting chunky with just one added layer. So we are now at 2 layers, and it is already like we already have height to our embellishment. Up next is we are going to grab one of the ruffle scraps that we made. So it is this one, and before I glue this, what I do is I add foam tape. I like adding foam tapes because this it kind of like separates like the layers. I hope you understood what I meant, but yeah, for me, adding foam tape like adds more height, and yeah, it separates the layers rather than just like gluing this straight onto the fan fold base. So yeah, I love adding foam tape in between. Also, when I make embellishments, even though I'm already using foam tape, I love to add like a dab of glue gun, hot glue, just so it sticks, because you do not want your embellishments to fall apart, especially if you are gifting them, and yeah, you don't want your embellishment to fall apart like as soon as they receive it. So there is our ruffle base. Up next, we are going to use the smaller rectangle piece. So this is how it looks, and you see here that it covers the ruffle base, the ruffle piece. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to glue this diagonally just a little bit, just so you can still see the ruffle piece behind it like peeking. So let's add another foam tape, and then a dab of hot glue, and then I am going to glue this onto our base, our ruffle, on top of our ruffle base. And once you glue that on, we now have 4 layers in our embellishment. So this is, I think, a really easy way for you to add height and make your embellishments chunky. So this is how it looks. Now we already have I think it's close to an inch already thick. So there's that. Just letting you know, I am not going to be showing you how I decorated the embellishments. This is just to show you how we make the base for our chunky embellishment. Like right after this, it is all on you. You can decorate it however you want. You can even start working on your scraps and then just make the base for your embellishment, and then just put it to the side, and then take it out when you're ready to put everything together, when you're ready to add your other embellishments. What I like to do is I add like flat backs, and then I would add some stickers, chipboard stickers, flowers, like maybe some enamel dots, like different types of like smaller embellishments that you can put on top of what we already made. So here I am just going to be putting everything else together, and then once we're done with that, I am going to be decorating this off cam, but I will show you a few pictures at the end of the video so you can see how I decorated it. As of now, I still don't have a bigger project where I'm gonna put these embellishments on, but the ones that I've already made, the ones on the left that you can see with the hollow bat wing, those are already for a project that I am working on. So those are all gone technically, so at least I have these embellishments that I am making right now, so I have something to grab on if I need to make a project. And yeah, that is actually going to make it easier for me to finish a project. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's going to help you make your embellishments chunky and help you get rid of your scraps. And that is it for now. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!